What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 33, and today we're returning with two massive games for our Lions as we take on Arsenal at the Den and face Manchester United away. Before we play these games though, show me what we're getting on off camera. So of course, in the last episode, you saw our dramatic victory over Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park in the fourth round of the Carabao Cup on penalties, and then perhaps an even more dramatic game, the defeat to West Ham by 5-2 back in the Premier League away from home in what was a really topsy-turvy affair, where we did indeed taste defeat. I played 3 games off camera, we won 2 and we lost 1, and we started with the victory, bouncing back instantly with victory away at St Mary's against Southampton. John Black giving us the only goal of the game in a rearguard effort as we shut the door on the Saints and collected the 3 points. Following that, a 2-1 loss at home to Derby though in the Monday night kickoff, where we went 2 goals down inside the first half an hour. First and Sameh giving the Rams the lead, and then 28 minutes in, Shane Ferguson deflecting a free kick in past his own goalkeeper Freddie Woodman, and despite a consolation goal from Rhett Kuchar in stoppage time, we did indeed taste defeat at the Den, and that was back-to-back defeats at home. 3 defeats in a row. No, 2 defeats in a row at the Den, the Premier League. So not too great, but we did bounce back though with a big win over West Brom by 1-0 in the last game off camera, and this was a really welcome sight because, of course, if you've been watching the series so far, you'll know West Brom are a bit of a mini rival for us, to be honest. We don't really play very well against them. That's only the second time we beat them in this series, and the first time at the Hawthorns as well. John Black popping up in stoppage time, giving us the winner, his second goal in 3 games, and an assist as well. He's been in good form so far, the Northern Irish striker, giving us the 3 points late on, and there were limbs in the away end at the Hawthorns, no doubt, as we got the 3 points and collected a big win. So 2 wins in our last 3, pretty decent for us, and right now, as you can see in the Premier League, we do indeed sit in 11th place. I believe it's the highest we've been since the early stages of the season. Nope. But either way, it's still pretty decent, and it's much better than we expected, because I was expecting all season long for us to be down here. Yeah, instead we're up here. We're up here, and I'd love us to be up there, but obviously that's not going to happen for a while. But either way, we're in 11th place, and it's impressive. I've got to say, I'm very impressed by this, to be honest. I thought right now would be certs to be one of the leading contenders to go down. That's not happened so far. With our games today against Arsenal at home, Manchester United away, let's just say this. I'm expecting back-to-back defeats and back-to-back bad defeats as well. There's a couple of things to report as well. There have been some changes at the Den in terms of coaching staff. Tim Cahill has left us again. I can't believe it. He's gone to manage Luton, there he is right there, and decided to leave us once more. Was our under-23 assistant manager for a year, now's gone and taken charge at Luton permanently. So why does he keep on leaving us, man? It's ridiculous. Cahill's gone again, and we actually got another former player in as our new under-23 assistant manager. That is Carly Osborne. Didn't spend long at the Den, only a couple of years under Kenny Jackett, but he's got some decent coaching stats, which I like, and I might send him on a coaching course soon. And yeah, when did he play for us? It was recently, I think, 2013 or 2014. Okay, and yeah, so that's that. And also, in terms of something else I really wanted to show you, Jay Da Silva has grown a determination rating. Yes, it's gone up to 5. It's 5 now. He's getting better. Slowly, but it's gone up to 5, and yeah, I just thought that was funny. It finally grew a rating. This is the only reason I brought Eric Peters into the club. That's well worth the 12.5 grand. He's grown a determination rating. Thank you, Eric. We really appreciate your service. So, first game of today's episode, it is indeed Arsenal, and let's see how we get on. I'm expecting a defeat in our 3rd loss at the Den in a row, but you never know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Now, of course, faced Arsenal last season in the FA Cup. We lost to them at the Emirates by 3-2. Played quite well, to be fair. We didn't play well, but we did okay. And hopefully we can give them a good go and possibly get a point. Let's find out. So same team as the game against West Brom, but one change. Wallace is out injured right now. Will miss the rest of the calendar year, or so it appears. So Webster is back in after his recent injury, and this will be our lineup for the game with our normal tactics and our normal formation. Woodman's in goal, back for Jay Da Silva, Jake Cooper, Dale Fry, Marlon Romeo. In midfield, Menji on the left, Webster on the right, in the middle, Tunnicliffe and Jay Fulton. And up top together, Kuchar and Brito. And on the bench, we've got Long, Hutchinson, Bree, Dobby, The Dream, Ferguson, and John Black as well. So first game, it's Arsenal. Let's see if we can get a point. I'll take it. Come on, you Lions. Well, we're halfway through the first half. It's still 0-0. Arsenal have had more of the ball though, as we expected, and all the shots so far. You expect them to break us down at some point. It shouldn't take too long. And as you have the first highlight here, I won't be surprised if the first goal comes here as well. Here's Tony Valena on the ball, finding Juan Bernat down the left-hand side. And he plays it back in towards Ross Barkley. Barkley receives the ball, finds Lacazette, 25 yards from goal, now finds Reece Nelson, gets it back off him. Lacazette comes inside and finds the back of the net, and there, right on cue, is indeed the first goal. If you remember last season, we faced Arsenal in the Cup. Nelson and Iwobi combined and scored the 3 goals together. They tore us apart, and we know how good Reece Nelson is, both in the game and in real life as well. A great young talent, nice ball into Lacazette, takes his time, puts it home, 1-0 Arsenal. As we expected, we trailed early. These are the sort of games where it's just a bonus if we get anything from it. We expect to lose. We expect to lose semi-badly. So if we get ourselves a point, then we go absolutely ballistic and we take it like we're celebrating winning the Premier League. But either way, we gave ourselves a decent go at them last season. We lost the game 3-2, but we scored a couple of goals at the Emirates, so we might get at least a goal back in this game. And here's Ryan Tunnicliffe on the ball, finding Menji down the right, who crosses, and we almost got the goal there, and the equaliser. Dale Fry off the crossbar, still 1-0, but we go at Arsenal when we play them, to be fair. We're not, we are fazed by the pressure because we're losing, but either way, we at least go at them and give ourselves a go. Unlucky from Dale. Obviously, they are the far superior teams. We do expect to lose, no question, but unlucky from Fry there. Almost firing in the equaliser as Ross Barkley fires that shot wide. Still 1-0, second half begins, and we're still in this. We are getting dominated in the stats, but we're still in this. Well, no, probably not for long, because Arsenal have really started the second half strong, and here they come again with Iwobi on the ball, sliding it through to Lacazette, the goal scorer. He'll find Ross Barkley. Barkley coming forward. Does he want to shoot for goal? Yes, he does, but fires it way off target and behind for a goal kick. I'm fine restricting them to long-range shots for the time being. They've got some specialists from outside the area, but at the moment they're not hitting us and hitting the target either. So still trailing by 1, 25 minutes to go, and if we can nick a point late on, I'll be absolutely delighted. Chance of that happening, though, is very unlikely as Nelson then fires that shot off target. And you see right now, they've had 16 shots, only 3 of which have actually hit the target. So that's the encouraging factor to this game. But it's only a matter of time before they do hit the target again and do hit the back of the net again. Or so you'd think, as Brito crosses to Kuchar. Oh, what a chance. The best we'll get at the game. And Marek Kuchar heads it over. What a chance. This is very similar to the game we had against Arsenal last year. Maybe not in terms of the scoreline, but in terms of what's happened. The Gunners have been a far better team. We've had chances. We've had chances to get something, but sadly just haven't taken them. And as Barkley finds Ramsey, he'll find Lacazette, and this should be the second goal, and it is. Reece Nelson puts the dagger into the hearts of the Lions fans and makes it 2-0. He got the assist for Lacazette's goal, and Alexandra pays the favour and gives Reece his goal that will secure the 3 points. And this is exactly what I was talking about, man. We had the chances to get something. What a flick by Ramsey. But sadly just didn't take them. And as I always say, it's the catchphrase. If you don't take your chances, you will get punished. Nelson would have finished 2-0 Arsenal, and that would do it. We're losing the game. We're getting nothing from it. But what could have been? How are we taking those opportunities? Well, obviously we deserve to lose the game. There's absolutely no question about that. But either way, what an opportunity. I don't know what actually happened there. I think it was Bernat seemed to tread on the ball, and Brito whipped it in, and Kuchar, our top scorer of 8 in 13, really should have made it 1-1. But as Webster releases Marvin, is he onside there? I think he is, and he's denied. And right on cue, there's another one. We've had the 2 clear opportunities in the game, but we've missed them both. This time Marvin failing to find the back of the net, hits it straight at the goalkeeper, and that is how the game's going to finish then. It'll be Millwall 0, Arsenal 2. And my goodness gracious me, we had 2 golden opportunities and we hit the crossbar in this game, but missed opportunities, man, that's what's going to cost us in the end. Well, that was very frustrating indeed. I mean, again, in terms of the stats, I'll be the first to admit it, we got dominated, but we had the opportunities. We had the opportunity, so assertively I'm going to criticise the boys. We've stressed out Jada Silva. That will drop his determination down to 4 again. But either way, the chances Kuchar and Brito had, oh man, oh man, oh man. If we just took one of those chances, things could have been so much different. But instead, a loss by 2-0. I did expect us to lose both of these games today, so I can't be too disappointed. But either way, got to take those in this league. Come on. So second and final game of the episode then, it is now Manchester United away at Old Trafford. Our first look at the Red Devils in the series. And of course, if you watched my whole save last year, you will know that these guys were just unstoppable. I mean, that's not a way of putting it really. They've got an amazing team in the game right now. They are sitting top of the table as well by 4 points and have a game in hand as well. It seems as though they're pretty much just as good as they were last season. In last year's save as they are in this year's save as well. And also we just had our FA Cup draw for the 3rd round as well, and we drawn against Spurs away at New White Hart Lane. Excellent stuff. Doesn't get any easier, does it? And also, look at this from Mourinho as well, dismissing our recent good form, giving controversy with his reply, saying, I think they're a good example of what happens when you underestimate an opponent. I'd say that where they are at the minute, thanks to complacency from their recent opposition, rather than their own ability, if I'm being brutally honest. Seriously? Can't give us a single bit of credit, Jose? Come on now. But anyway, we're away at Old Trafford. We are going to lose. We know that for sure. And we will make some changes to the game as well, to the team as well, after our loss to the Gunners. So, I'm not going to play Pyatt as a ball in midfielder, don't worry. We'll put, let's put a Dream in the ball in midfield role. Actually, no, we'll put Fulton in the ball in midfield role. And I'll start Dimitri Pyatt. No, I won't. I'll start Dobby. Okay, so what change are we going to make? We'll keep the tactics as they are, because I like these tactics. I really do. It's worked for us throughout the season. I don't want to change it. But we'll put Bree back in at right back for Marlon Romeo. We'll put Ben Chilwell back in for Jada Silva. Just mindful of the Carabao Cup quarter-final against Leicester in the week. Not sure if I'll rotate my team for that or not. Probably will, but I guess we'll see. And I'll put Black back in for Marvin Brito, and I'll swap those two around. As I like Kuchar in the defensive forward role. I think he works quite well there. And yeah, should we put the captain in for Jake Cooper as well? Why not? Okay, so there we go then. Those will be the changes, and this will be the team for the game. So, Freddie in goal, back for a Chilwell, Hutchinson, Fry, and James Breen. In midfield, Menji on the left, Webster on the right, in the middle, Jay, Fulton, and Dobby. And up top together, Black and Kuchar. And on the bench, Long, Cooper, Romeo, the Dream, Pyatt, Ferguson, and Brito. It's Manchester United, second game today. We're away at Old Trafford. We're going to lose. But come on, you Lions. Let's see what we can do. You might think that the mentality is far too defeatist when the game's just kicked off to be saying that, but at the end of the day, if you watch my whole save last year, you'll know how unstoppable Manchester United were. They won literally every single trophy. They were just too good, and they seem like they've started this save off really well as well. Apart from 1 year, they've won the Premier League every single season, and as they're top right now by a few points and have the game in hand, they're probably on course to do it once again. So yeah, they're just so good on this game, man. I mean, they're a great team, obviously, but they're just so hard to stop. And we're yet to get going, really. We've just started the Premier League in the series. This is definitely going to be a formality that the Red Devils will get the 3 points, and they might get the first goal early, and they've done just that. Alexis Sanchez down the left-hand side rolls it into Roberto Firmino, and the former Liverpool and Hoffenheim man makes it 1-0. 5 minutes in, we trail early, and like I said, they're just too good, man. They're just too good. It was a brilliant ball by Pogba, to be fair, into Alexis Sanchez. The Chilean controls it well. There is the Brazilian, the South Americans link up, and it's 1-0. Maybe that's a question for you guys in today's comment section. Are Manchester United this good in your saves as well? Because again, if you did watch the whole save last year, they were probably the best AI team I've ever seen playing FM in either a personal save or a save for YouTube. It was extraordinary how good they were. And they seem just as good this year as well, unfortunately for us, as Mario Fernandes crosses to Sanchez, and it's 2-0, 15 minutes in. This is going to be a long afternoon. And here they come again. Jesse Lingard finding Paul Pogba, looking for space. Now Roberto Firmino, who got there first, into Alexis Sanchez, who got there second. And they link up for Manchester United's third. We're only 24 minutes into the game, and we're already 3-0 down. Great finish by Sanchez, and we are just getting torn apart right now. Last season, they were our enemies with Hull City, and they're going to be our enemies with Manchester United, with Millwall as well. I can tell. They're just the ultimate enemy. Firmino to Sanchez, brilliant finish. 3-0 Red Devils. They're just too good. It's funny, but a lot of people do say I have some kind of bias towards Manchester United. Perhaps because my brother and dad supported them. So, of course, you know, you want to do well because they're the family's team, right? But I don't. I really am a neutral when it comes down to the Premier League. But I'll tell you this right now. I'm bloody biased against them in FM. I can't stand them. Jesse Lingard hits the crossbar and Dale Fry scrambles it away as Juan Mata receives the loose ball. They're unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable. And I don't know how you beat them in FM. I really don't. Wow, we're 3-0 down. The second half just began. And yes, if this was real life, my dad and my brother would be very happy. I would not be. And right now, I'm not one bit happy because this has been an absolute murder. I mean, we just can't stop them at the moment. They're just tearing us apart. And, well, to be honest, it's the second half. We've got past the hour mark and not conceded a chance yet. So if the scoreline stays at 3-0, I guess considering their superiority, we'll have to take it and be satisfied. With 11 minutes to go in the game, it's now become 4-0. Samuel Umtiti turning in a Marek Hamšík cross, and with 11 minutes to go, well, I mean, I was hoping the scoreline would stay at 3-0. We couldn't survive until the end of the game, and we're now 4-0 down. So this has just been atrocious. Just bring on the final whistle. My goodness gracious me, this has been, well, to be fair, this is what we expected. Yeah, I was going to say this has been absolutely catastrophic, but to be fair, this is exactly what we expected. We expected to lose convincingly, that's exactly what happened, a 4-0 scoreline, and, I mean, it wasn't actually, I was about to say it wasn't as one-sided as the scoreline suggests. Yes, it was. But, you know, we had 8 shots in the game. I don't think a single one was really troubling De Gea, but either way, Phil Neville says, I think we should let the team know we appreciate their efforts. Phil, you realise you're in the away dressing room right now, yeah? Not the home dressing room. You don't play for Manchester United anymore. You're with Millwall now. We don't appreciate the efforts. We say far from pleased with what we just saw from the team. Very poor performance, but again, exactly what we expected, so I guess I can't be too critical. And maybe I should have listened to Phil there. But either way, we lost. That's what we expected. And there we are. And Menji's out for 2 to 3 weeks. Things get even worse. But to be fair, despite back-to-back losses, there were some positives. The Arsenal game, we had a couple of chances. And as things stand right now, we've slid down to 14th place with 4 games to go for the halfway point. We are currently 6 points off the drop, and yes, we conceded more goals than anyone else but Newcastle in the division. It's still much better than we expected. We're above the bottom 3. We've picked up a few wins. We've won a third of our games this season. It's not actually as bad as these 2 games may make out. But that will end today's episode of the Football Manager series, guys. So big thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. That's a terrible way to end, isn't it? Like, you know, trying to draw positives from these 2 games here. 3 losses in our last 4, and then saying, well, it's not as bad as it could have been. But we'll see you for the next episode very soon. We'll play quite a lot of games off camera, and I'll tell you what, we'll come back in January, past the halfway point in the division, for the transfer window. We'll have games against, we did Man City and Chelsea early on in the season, and I'd quite like to play Spurs, possibly in this one here. And I wouldn't be against that, actually. Newcastle at home, because it's a battle of who's conceding more goals right now. So I think I might do that. Newcastle at home, and then Spurs at home as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Have an awesome evening. Much love to you all. And I'll see you for the next episode in my Football Manager series, where hopefully we score some goals and not concede as many very soon. Bye.